All right. Welcome back, students. We're back from our quick lunch break here with Northern Arizona University, representative from NAU, Taylor Pondy. Taylor, say hi to everybody.
Hi.
So we're going to go ahead and start off the half-hour segment here real quick with a quick game. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask 10 questions. It's called Think Fast. You got to answer all of them in 45 seconds.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
So, yeah, no long, drawn-out answers. Just, boom. First thing that comes to mind, and you're answering it. We need
the timer
and the music that goes along with Think Fast.
You don't want the
not the smooth jazz. It's a little against the point of thinking fast. Yeah.
I thought this would help free their mind.
Might too free, where it's a little too free and it takes a little bit of time. Yeah, that might be an issue.
There's just no place in there. Okay.
There is with the faster music.
Okay, here we go.
There it is.
There you go. Oh,
All right.
Exciting.
Give me a countdown.
Yeah. And in 1, 2, 3, go.
All right. In an avalanche, how do you tell which way is up?
Oh, by trying to look at the sky.
Nope. You spit and it shows where you're at. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep, learn something new. Best type of backpack.
Anything that you can hike with.
Okay. Cats or horses?
Horses.
How heavy is a textbook?
Not too heavy if it's a smaller class.
There you go. What was your major?
Psychology.
What are the two best majors at NAU?
Oh, well, I'm going to say psychology for one, because I'm a little bit biased, and then probably education for second.
Okay. Two best ways to get to class.
Walking and biking.
Okay. Where do armadillos get their armor?
From their shell.
Okay. Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
All right. Sour cream or ice cream?
Ice cream.
Boom. Done.
How much time do we have left? I feel like we got
You went over by 3 seconds.
Oh, you weren't even counting down. I thought you were going to give us a...
I wasn't giving you countdown.
Okay.
Felt so close.
So close. Almost had them all answered. So, Taylor, welcome. We're excited to have you here. We've got some students tuning in on Instagram Live. We've also got some students online in our Adobe Connect room, so they'll be asking some questions during the presentation, and we'll go ahead and get to those at the end. So again, students, if you have any questions, go ahead, click on the Adobe Connect link at the bottom of the PSB homepage. Underneath the video, Instagram Live, go ahead and submit them directly on Instagram, and we will go ahead and get those answered as fast as possible. But it's your time right now to go ahead and tell us all about NAU, so take it away.
All right, so I am one of the representatives, one of the admissions officers from Northern Arizona University. I did graduate in December 16 with my degree in psychology, so after that I had just fallen completely in love with Flagstaff and with the university itself that I decided to stick around. And when I tell you guys about Flagstaff a little bit more, you may see why I fell so far in love with it, but we're a small town of about 71,000 people, with about 20,000 of those being college students, making it one of America's best college towns. And our town really takes advantage of being a college town by engaging in some different traditions. So for homecoming, the town is really involved in that, but there's other festivals throughout the year as well. They do different festivals in each season, such as the Cornucopia Festival, different musical festivals like Hullabaloo, and even if they're not doing a festival, there's plenty to be doing on the weekends. So we have about 200 different local restaurants and eateries where students can enjoy and explore all that Flagstaff has to offer. Fun fact, unlike some of the other Arizona cities, we do have all 4 seasons. So we're located about 2 hours north of Phoenix, and we get to enjoy the sunshine, but also the snow. Our students really take advantage of those different seasons, as well as some stuff that we have in our own backyard. Flagstaff is located in the world's largest contiguous ponderosa pine forest, so there's plenty of hiking or backpacking or camping for students to enjoy when they're not in class. And during the colder months, we also have students that really enjoy snowboarding and skiing up on our mountain. The university actually offers classes in snowboarding and skiing as well, so students of all different levels can continue to advance their skills or learn a new skill if they don't already know how. So that's kind of a cool thing to take advantage of while at NAU.
Do you know what a ponderosa pine is?
A ponderosa pine is a really big tree, and that's what I know about it. So.
I just wondered, I heard largest ponderosa pine, and I thought that sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, one of the largest ponderosa pine forests in the world. So, yeah, and NAU actually owns 50,000 of those acres of that pine forest, which we'll talk about a little bit more later.
It's a lot of pine trees.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a lot of pine trees. So, speaking of our university, we have about 22,000 students on campus, and with about 9,000 of those, about 6,000 of those students being first years. So we have quite the range of students on our Flagstaff Mountain campus, with 38% of them being out of state and 62% of them being in state as well. And as you can see in these pictures, we're pretty proud of the campus that we do have, because it is absolutely gorgeous. And it's about 1.5 miles long, so you can walk the whole campus in about 20 to 25 minutes as well, really getting to just enjoy what the campus itself has to offer. While on campus, we have over 400 student organizations that you can get involved in, really making it easy to find your fit and to find something that you can really enjoy and engage with while you're a student. There are, if you don't find a club or an organization that you are interested in, it's relatively easy to make your own. So to create your own club, you just need 4 other students and 1 other faculty or staff to sponsor your club. And it's really cool to see what students come up with and what they create with that kind of freedom as well. So we've actually even had like a corn dog eating club, and we've also had a group of students who wanted to make their own Quidditch club. So if anybody knows what Quidditch is, it's the Harry Potter game that they play on broomsticks, and we have a group of NAU students that now play the real life version of it and are actually ranked 14th in the nation. So
Wow.
very proud of that. Go
Yeah.
Narwhals. And speaking of athletics, we also have some other clubs or athletics in our university as well. But I'm going to jump into academics. So if anybody has questions about some of those specific athletic opportunities, we can talk about that later. With academics, on our NAU campus and on our through our online programs, we offer nearly 100 different bachelor's degrees, and we really strive to maintain smaller class sizes within each of those different degrees. Currently, we have a student to faculty ratio of about 19:1, meaning that you really get that personalized support and that personalized feedback from your professors as they have more opportunity to do so, since they have less students in their classes. We also have within those 100 different degree programs are offered within 6 of our different academic colleges, which I will go into more detail with as well. So our 6 academic colleges, we have a College of Business, a College of Engineering, Informatics, and Applied Science, a College of Natural Science and Forestry, a College of Health and Human Services, College of Education, College of Social and Behavioral Sciences, and I'm missing one. Which one am I missing? Arts and Letters, yep, the College of Arts and Letters. And each of those colleges really strives to have quite a bit of student participation and student engagement that really enhances the material that you're learning in lecture halls. So, for example, in our forestry and astronomy courses through the College of Natural Sciences, students are helping to manage part of that ponderosa pine forest that we were talking about earlier. So they take the material that they're learning in the lecture hall and then go out into the forest and really engage with the environment hands-on. And the same thing for astronomy, where students get to take advantage of the Lowell Observatory that we have in town, which is actually where Pluto was discovered. So you never know, you could be discovering the next planet, which would be kind of cool.
Or not a planet anymore?
Or not. Well, if you're from Flagstaff, you don't say
It's
that.
still a planet.
It is still a planet if you're from Flagstaff. And even if you're not, it's still a planet. So, anyways, And in our early childhood education program, students in that program are getting to be involved in the classroom as early as their second year of being within the program. So again, you get to start observing and start envisioning the kind of teacher and the kind of professional that you want to be as you transition into that real world setting.
Awesome.
It's really great. The nursing and dental hygiene program offers the same thing as well. So the nursing and dental hygiene are separate application programs, but they accept about 30 students per cohort, which is really exciting because again, your professors have time to give you that feedback and you are also getting to engage more with the material. And in the nursing program itself, students are observing different hospitals, different institutions all throughout the northern Arizona region to really start to see what kind of nursing is interesting to them or where they find their fit. And that way the transition again is a little bit smoother as you go into the field, into the profession. Our hotel and restaurant management is a program that we really like to highlight within the W.A. Franke College of Business because it is an internationally ranked program. So we have people who've been considered experts in the field coming in to teach courses within our HRM program. Something else is that there is a food and drink lab on campus, on the Flagstaff Mountain campus. So you're really getting to explore different culinary skills, but also learning the hospitality management side of it and becoming a well-rounded individual within the field. And we also have our bioinformatics and then our communications college as well, where students are responsible for producing broadcasts. It's a news broadcast throughout the northern Arizona region. And even students who aren't a part of the School of Communications can still engage with it. And we have students that aren't a part of it who have their own radio show or submit pieces to our local newspaper called the Lumberjack. So there's plenty of opportunities there to kind of stretch your legs creatively and engage with your community. On our campus, our Flagstaff Mountain campus, we want to make sure that no matter what college or program the student is in, that they feel supported and that they get the academic help that they need. So we have several different opportunities and resources available for students on our campus, such as our academic success centers, where we have upper division students tutoring any other students who are in courses that they've been in, and that way students are getting help from other students who've already experienced what they may be currently experiencing. Our Lumberjack Mathematics Center really strives to do that as well. So they'll hire student tutors who come in and will teach those skills, because sometimes it's easier having another student teach you rather than hearing it in the lecture hall as well. Beyond your time at NAU, we want you to make sure that you still feel successful as you transition into your career, into your profession. So we have several career development resources available to our campus, or to our students at both our Flagstaff Mountain campus, but even online as well. And some of those career development resources include resume buildings, resume workshops, and so that you can have your set of skills really shine, and they'll help you to cultivate that as well. And then mock interviews too, so that you can prepare before jumping into one of those scarier scenarios. And we also have a Peer Jocks mentoring program where students can get one-on-one help from another student in navigating NAU's systems in general as well.
Awesome.
So online, there are several different online options if the Flagstaff Mountain campus may not be something that you're interested in. We do offer both synchronous and asynchronous courses online. So what that means is that with the synchronous courses, those are going to be more structured and guided in the sense that you meet with your class at a chosen time, at a set time, and you're all online doing that together. But then with the asynchronous courses, it's going to be a little bit less structured, a little bit less guided in the sense that you do the class as you have time to as well. So there's no necessarily course scheduling or a course set time like there would be for, say, a high school program or the Flagstaff on-campus programs. We also offer courses that are self-paced. So this is a innovative program that we have at our university, where students are really going to be demonstrating the mastery of the topic, not necessarily completing the course after they've demonstrated that mastery, instead of completing the course within a certain set of time. So it's really cool because you'll be assessed on the level of your understanding rather than how long you've been in the class. That way you can really know that you have a grasp of the information and have a good foundation of knowledge before continuing on in your degree of choice. Online, we have both bachelor's and graduate degrees available as well, and they are fully supported with mentoring and with mentorship programs, as well as 24/7 technical support, online library resources, and online tutoring as well. So admissions. To be admitted into the university, it is test score optional for admissions. You have to have a 3.0 or higher in the 16 core courses that are listed up here on the PowerPoint slide. We do say test score optional because, but we still highly encourage students to take the ACT or SAT because you may be eligible for some merit scholarships if you do. Before jumping into scholarships, we will talk a little bit about tuition. So for our Flagstaff Mountain campus, we have something that we like to call the pledge, which is our pledge to you as a student for 4 great years at 1 great rate, meaning that whatever rate you're offered the first year is the rate that the tuition rate that you'll have for the next 4 years as well. Unfortunately, this is not applied to our online tuition, but the online tuition currently is $425 per credit hour, and then there's also the personalized learning where you pay a subscription for 6 months of courses, and you complete as many courses as you can in those 6 months, and you can renew your subscription as many times as you like until you complete that degree. So the personalized learning, I didn't talk about this as much in the online slide, but it's a great opportunity for students to complete their degree at an accelerated pace, because again, you take as many courses as you can handle within those 6 months, and you can complete a degree at that rate as you feel you can handle as well. So going into scholarships a little bit, for our Flagstaff Mountain campus, we have the Lumberjack Scholars Award available to Arizona residents. This is not, again, you don't need your ACT or SAT for this to be eligible for this scholarship, but the requirements are to be an Arizona resident and then to have a 3.5 or better in your core unweighted GPA, or an unweighted GPA in those 16 core courses. And it is renewable for those 4 years. It is a full tuition waiver to our Flagstaff Mountain campus. And if you have more questions about that, we can also get you information too. There are other merit scholarships available to our students. For Arizona residents, we have the President's and the Dean's Scholarship, which can be up to $7,000 for the President's Scholarship. And you can see the criteria on the PowerPoint as well. And those are, you do need your ACT or SAT for those, to be eligible for those 2 scholarships. No matter what, we highly recommend that students fill out their FAFSA, or their free application for financial student aid. By filling out your FAFSA, you are you may be eligible for grants or loans that you may not have known you were otherwise eligible for based on your financial need. So the deadline for FAFSA is November 15th, and it opened up October 1st. We highly recommend that you fill it out as soon as you can, because the sooner you fill it out, the more likely you may be to get some of those grants or loans that are limited in resource to other students as well. So next steps in applying, because we really hope that we've gotten you as excited about NAU as we are. And the next steps are to apply for financial aid, accept your offer, to apply for housing, to register for orientation, and then to enroll in your courses. And that is what I have for you guys as far as the PowerPoint presentation goes. Thank you so much for listening.
All right, perfect. So we will go ahead and jump into our next quick activity with Taylor. So we're going to go ahead and play a little is-does. So these are the most commonly asked questions on Google when someone types in is NAU ... or does NAU ... So first one up, is NAU a public or private school?
NAU is a public state school.
And you answered that before I finished writing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. It was a quick answer. It's all right. So does NAU have a baseball team?
We have a club baseball team that practices and competes with other club teams during the spring semester.
But no
But
school
no
associated
Division
Division
One.
One program. Okay.
No Division I program.
Gotcha. Does NAU or is an SAT or ACT score required to attend?
Not to attend, but to be eligible for those presidents or those dean's merit scholarships, the test is required.
Perfect. So get those tests done. You need to take them. So just take them. Then you can go ahead and get more money when you go to NAU. So it works out for the best for everybody. Do you guys have a fall break? And when is it? And how long is it? That's a very important question for some kids.
We do not have a fall break. However, we do have Veterans Day off, so that's nice.
It's a break, 3-day weekend.
That's a break, yeah. You get a 3-day weekend, and then you also get Thanksgiving too. That's
All right.
great. Yeah.
And then I guess the other question that most people probably have is, what's it like actually having 4 seasons
Oh, it's amazing.
in Flagstaff? Because we get hot and then less hot.
It's absolutely amazing because there's a lot to be experienced within each season that you can't really imagine until you get to actually do it. So I know when I moved up to Flagstaff, I was like, oh, it's not gonna be that great. It's just gonna be like having a little bit of different weather, and it's really not. It's a whole new experience. You get to like go to an actual pumpkin patch in the fall and actually see the leaves change and actually experience that. And then during the winter, all the stuff with like sledding, and then just even getting to like have hot cocoa with your friends when it's cold outside instead of just pretending like it's cold outside is a really great opportunity too. So.
There you go. Can't beat it. All right, so we do have some questions from students that were asked before. So what do you think are the best attributes of the school?
Personally, I think it's for academically, I think it's the amount of support that you get from your professors. From having those smaller class sizes, they really are able to be there for that individualized feedback and for any support that you may need. But then even just as a community, the university and the Flagstaff town itself does a great job at developing a strong student body and a strong student community, so everybody feels that it's their home away from home.
Awesome.
It's a really great college experience.
So this question comes from Sarah. Can you tell me a little bit about your nursing program?
Yeah. So the nursing program is a separate there's 2 different options with it. There's a separate application program on our Flagstaff Mountain campus, and there's also an online program too. So for the Flagstaff Mountain campus, the application opens, I believe it's twice a year, and they accept 30 students in each cohort for that application.
Okay.
The students, to be eligible for admission to the program, need to have a 3.5 GPA or better. And the average GPA that students have when getting accepted is typically between a 3.7 and a 4.0. Now that's going to be in your prerequisite courses for the nursing program. So
Okay.
they're not looking at your overall GPA for that necessarily, but they are for the 3.5, but the 3.7 or 4.0 comes from those prerequisite courses.
Okay. Awesome. So what are the online courses like with NAU? And this would be tougher for you to answer. Are they similar to Primavera, which Jasmine loves? And Jasmine, we love that you love the courses here at Primavera, but do you know, would they be similar? We have similar synchronous and asynchronous sessions, so when you talked about that, I know the students that are paying attention, followed along there because we have a similar way of doing things with sync and async sessions. But
yeah. So I took an asynchronous course during my time at NAU, and I still felt like I was receiving great feedback from the professor, even though it wasn't structured in terms of having set meeting times or structured in discussion based. There was still really great discussion that happened, and the professors were prompt about answering emails and providing you with individual feedback on all your assignments. I can't really speak much to the synchronous or the other programs as well because I'm not too familiar with that, but it is an option that many students take advantage of.
Perfect. All right, well, students, like we talked about, if you need to go ahead and find an excuse to get up into the snow or the much cooler weather, go ahead and take a visit to NAU, check out the campus, see, ask the questions that you need to ask, see what programs might pique your interest. and enjoy Four Seasons while you're up there going to school, because we don't get that down here. We'll be back in about 10 minutes to do a quick overview of student clubs here at Primavera again, and then we'll be back right after that with Rio Salada Community College, ASU, and U of A to close out the day. Taylor, thanks for coming.
Thanks, guys.